Hey guys, Mr. B here again. I wanted to go over with you how to divide fractions. Alright, dividing fractions is going to be fairly simple. It's the same operation as multiplying fractions, except that you will have to take the reciprocal of the second value. So the reciprocal means take that fraction and you're going to turn it upside down. Instead of having 6 over 15, this becomes 15 over 6. What happens to the first value? Well, it does not change. That actually stays the same. 3 over 5. What happens to the division symbol? That changes to multiplication. An easy way to remember this with a little rhyme is, when dividing, don't ask why, flip the second and multiply. So what we have to do here is now turn this whole thing into a multiplication problem. Once this changes to multiplication problem, 3 over 5 multiplied by 15 over 6. Right here you are allowed to start doing the cross-reducing to make this a lot simpler for yourself. So 5 and 15 are both divisible by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 and 6 are both divisible by 3. 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 goes into 3 once. Take the new values. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. We have an improper fraction. You can't leave it that way. 2 goes into 3 one time. Remainder 1. Your denominator stays as 2. Okay, if we have a fraction divided by a whole number, the first thing you want to do is make sure that both values are going to be fraction forms. So in order to make 8 into a fraction, any number into a fraction, is put it over 1. So 8 is the same thing as 8 divided by 1. Now, when dividing, don't ask why, flip the second and multiply. This reciprocal becomes 1 over 8. And this first value stays the same, 3 over 5. Now you can go straight forward multiplying. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 8 is 40. 3 and 40 cannot be simplified. These are relatively prime. Looks like we are done. Okay, the last portion of this video will be taking a mixed number divided by another mixed number. Now, this is going to be possible once you change both of them into improper fractions. Remember, the rule is to multiply and add clockwise. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 becomes 4. You keep the same denominator. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 becomes 5. You keep the same denominator. 5. The denominator was 2, so it stays as 2. Now, this is still a division problem. Okay, once we see a division problem of two fractions, we sing a little rhyme. When dividing, don't ask why, flip the second, multiply. So this second value changes into 2 over 5. This division symbol changes to multiplication, and the first value always stays the same. Now we look at it to see if we can possibly cross-reduce anything. Now you could have done it here, but that would have been wrong and you would have gotten the whole thing incorrect. Cross-reducing can only happen once the problem changes to a multiplication problem. Do not try to cross-reduce when you have a division problem. So it can only happen when this changes to a multiplication. But it's not possible in this case, so we have to go straight forward multiplying. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15. 8/15 is our answer, and we're done.